Welcome to Cool Summer, an 8-week series we're doing here at Unity Fort Worth, where we're exploring spirituality through experiences that invite us to live what we believe. Whether you're watching this online or listening to our podcast, we're glad you're here with us. This week's experience is called Love in Action, Uplifting Hearts with Handwritten Letters. Instead of a traditional talk, we're having a conversation about why simple acts of kindness can become profound spiritual practice. I'm Lane Smith, and today I'm joined by Patty Potter, who is facilitating this week's service project. Thank you for being here, Patty.
Sure, I'm happy to be here and love leading this activity.
Awesome. Well, let's start with the basics. Tell us about this week's experience. What are we doing together?
So this week we are putting our spiritual principles into action. We are literally doing this by creating custom cards and writing letters to elders that might be experiencing loneliness, grieving, or dealing with the challenges that are brought on by aging.
Awesome. And what's the organization that prompted this that we're supporting?
So, Love for Our Elders is the organization that was founded in 2013 by a 13-year-old boy who decided that after seeing his grandfather in care and feeling quite lonely, that he would start a letter writing campaign. And it grew and grew until he uh, created this website where each month they make people can make requests for people in elder care to receive cards and letters from people all over the world. And each month it's a different set of people. This month there's 16 people requesting cards and letters, and so they list a little bit of personal information about each recipient, and then you can customize your card and letter to appeal to them and remind them that they are loved and cared for.
Such a neat way to connect with others that we wouldn't even know throughout our lives, which is really, really cool. Um, so there's lots of different ways we could serve the community. Why have we chosen Love for Our Elders for our service project?
Well, specifically, we want to demonstrate the love that we have for others, and we want to put our love into action. And we are doing this by expressing several of our spiritual principles by doing this. So, specifically, by expressing our care for them, we're reminding the recipients that they are divine energy and that the Christ consciousness lives within them. So, we can do that just by telling them that they're loved and that we're thinking of them. Secondly, we are implementing the creative power of thought with our own imagination by designing these cards that are specific to the individual and letting our creative our talents sort of lead us with that. And we'll be blessing these cards before we send them. So that will further express the power of prayer.
Awesome. One of the themes running through the Cool Summer series that we're doing is experiencing spiritual principles instead of just talking about them or learning about them on Sundays. Many people think of spirituality as meditation, prayer, reading an inspiring book. What do you think serving another person is, or why do you think serving another person is just as much a spiritual practice?
Well, I think based on sort of my personal experiences after, for instance, a surgery that was very stressful or the loss of a loved one, um, I just know what it meant to me to receive a heartfelt card and how much it touched me. So I know from experience that it is love in action. And that's why I want to encourage us to do the same for others.
And what do you hope someone receiving one of these letters experiences when they open it?
Well, we know um, from the feedback from Love for Our Elders. They've now sent 1 million cards over the course of the years to people in care. And we know, based on the feedback from those people, that they experience, love. They, with their smiles, they express that with their smiles, their tears of joy, their oohs and ahs. They also save these cards, and they might tack them on the wall or put them on their um, side table. And that way they are able to revisit the messages and the images and have that constant reminder that they are divine and that they are loved. And it's just a wonderful message that doesn't disappear once read. It's there as long as they want to, as I say, revisit it. So.
Awesome. I'm so excited about doing this and making that impact for people. One of the things I love about this week's experience is that anyone can participate no matter where they are. For someone watching or listening today, or even weeks or months from now, how can they live this practice in their own community?
So I mentioned before, but each month they put up a list of people who would like, it's actually done by a friend or usually a relative, for on behalf of the recipient. So there's always a list each month of people that would like to receive cards. So you can always go to the Love for Our Elders website, and Lane's going to put up a link for you, and choose a recipient that, some, maybe you have sort of a connection to the recipient, like maybe they love cats as much as you do, or they used to play tennis and are sad that they can't play anymore, or whatever. It's something that will speak to you. I guarantee you'll find someone that you want to reach out to, and then you can either just choose to write a heartfelt letter, or you can create a custom card for that person, maybe with original artwork on the front. And you can send that. Then the addresses are listed below the recipient's names, and it's usually it's always in care of that friend or relative that requested the letter in the first place. Easy, and it costs you a stamp.
Yeah, awesome. Do you have any examples you can show us?
I do, I do. I made a couple just hoping that you might ask me that. So, as I mentioned, cats. I'm right here battling one in my home that keeps trying to get on my lap. But I drew this one thinking that maybe someone that loves cats might enjoy getting this illustration of a cat. Um, and then I also I have for the people that are in attendance, but you can always look online and find a joke. In this case, I used a knock knock joke, and
I love
it was
it.
just silly, and I just decided to draw a picture to kind of illustrate the joke. But I thought that was kind of funny, and it might give somebody a chuckle. Maybe they just need a little lightness in their lives right now.
For sure, yeah.
So, and then finally, one of our recipients, the request this month is for someone that's really was really involved in transcendental meditation, and their life just sounded so interesting. So I made this card, a collage. I just cut out these things from a magazine, and you probably have an old magazine laying around the house you could cut up and customize the messages for that recipient. And I guarantee they're going to love that. They'll really know that you were thinking about them when you made them.
Yeah,
But,
amazing. But we don't have to be as amazing at art as you, do we?
well, I'm not so sure these are a great example of amazing art, but as I say, you can draw a picture, or you can cut out a picture. You can just write words that are meaningful. It doesn't matter. It will all make an impact.
Awesome. Well, if someone at home or watching this wonders whether one handwritten card can really make a difference, what would you say to them?
Absolutely. And I think I mentioned before, but yes, we know for a fact because we have all the evidence. People have let us know how much these cards are appreciated and loved, and how they brighten people's days. So It may seem like a simple, small act of kindness, but it has ripple effect ramifications. So, and you can do it as often as you want. You don't have to stop with one. You can always do more.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Patty, for sharing this with us today, and we're so excited to send our letters and handwritten notes. Before we wrap up, I'd like to invite everyone joining us to pause for just a moment and think of one person who could use encouragement this week. Maybe it's someone you've been meaning to call, someone you haven't seen in a while, or someone whose work often goes unnoticed. Don't let that thought pass by. Write the note, make the call, send the message. Let love become something tangible. Thank you for joining us, and whether you're watching or listening, we hope this week's conversation inspires you to put love into action in your own way. Until next time, take good care of yourself and keep sharing your light.
Thanks, Lane.